Hey guys, hope everything is going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH underscore sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. So, I've been doing a lot of videos on card porn. I just did a video on IG. I'm probably going to upload that later tonight. Okay, so I want to talk today about the hype around Jalen Hurts. It's good to see a young quarterback having a lot of success in the NFL, and he's an Alabama guy as well. So here's what I'd like to say about this. Number one, I had a positive impression of Jalen Hurts, and I had a positive impression when there were people that fell down in this, I think in Washington, and he was more compassionate towards these guys that may have gotten hurt compared to the Washington staff, right? And then I saw, okay, this guy seems to be a good guy. That's when I had a very positive impression of the guy, okay? Now, from an emotional point of view, bias point of view, I want the guy to do very well, and that's great. He's doing well. But now, in terms of analyzing, I have to take that bias away from, just looking at all the numbers down and outs, right? So the thing is that Jalen Hurts this year is what, 8-0, right? He has, I think, a little over 300 some rushing yards. So I think it's like close to like 40 rush yards per game, which is fine. It's decent for a quarterback. And in addition, his quarterback rating, let me look at it right now, but I think it's like close to 110. Jalen Hurts QB rating. Yeah, the thing is that his, like, if you look at the touchdowns versus interceptions, it's pretty good, right? And I've seen that. Let's look at it right now. Regular season, the rating is 108. Okay. His percentage completion is 69%, over 2,000 yards, 8 yards per throw, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So that's pretty good, right? Uh, let's look at this. Yeah, so he's been doing pretty well. And the thing is, I like quarterbacks that that have a few certain characteristics. Like if I'm speculating a QB, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, I'm looking at number one, his height, right? The height, I want the guy usually between 6'3" to 6'5", right? Some people say 6'2", right? I think Rodgers is 6'2". Hurts is 6'1", so he fits under that mold. I think Drew Brees was a shorter quarterback, but he was able to still be successful because of his accuracy. And there are some shorter quarterbacks that have had success. There's Russell Wilson before the start of the season. He was pretty damn good, right? I think 5'11". And that's one thing. The second thing that I look at is the guy a high IQ guy, right? Does he have at least decent intelligence, right? And I look at the Wonderlic score. And the Wonderlic score, I thought of Hertz was 18, but I looked at it's 21. So it's like average intelligence, which is fine, right? Now, they say that quarterbacks that tend to do well tend to have like 24, 25. That's like the average QB Wonderlic score. They got rid of it this year, but that's what I'm looking at. So he's not dumb, but he's not at the level of like a Tom Brady who's in the 30s, Peyton Manning high 20s, Eli Manning high 30s, Drew Brees I think was high 20s, Russell Wilson was like high 20s, Mahomes was like 24, 25. Mahomes is gifted athletically. Like his dad played baseball. He sidearms it, and he's probably one of the best athletes in the game. He was selected as the pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, okay? So this guy is one of he's just on another level, okay? So I'm just looking at Um, just statistics like this, I think his hand size, Jalen Hurts, is close to 9 3/4. I'm looking at some of the guys. They said that guys with the biggest hand size tend to do well in colder climates. So he's in Philadelphia. Now, his hand size is above the average. Now, that being said, it's would it help, if he were to play, you know, deep into the playoffs? We shall see, right? Because they said that the shorter the hand size, the more likely that the ball is going to come out of your hand and you could have maybe fumbles. That's why they don't want quarterbacks with small hands. So I'm just looking at it, I'm thinking, wait, the dude's 8-0. Even though I like him, right? I have a positive impression. So I have to look at it, from an unbiased point of view. Doesn't have the largest hands. He's not the tallest guy. He has the ability to run, which is good, right? Which could, throw off defenses. Now, deep in the playoffs, is this guy going to be able to succeed to the level of, we've already seen Mahomes have success. You had Brady, Rodgers. Rodgers didn't win too many, but he's had a Super Bowl ring. Is he going to be able to go deep in the playoffs and succeed? The jury's out on that, right? But I'm just looking at a few certain things, right? Like the average Wonderlic score is, I believe, in the high 20s for quarterbacks the last 20 years winning a Super Bowl. I have to crunch the numbers again. Don't quote me on that. But a lot of the guys tend to be higher IQ, right? I'm not trying to bash the dude's intelligence, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All I'm saying is that for quarterbacks that have the ability to rush and aren't the smartest out there, in my opinion, they need to win it probably within their first contract of the that they signed with the team, in my opinion, unless they have a really terrific defense like Trent Dilfer did. Trent Dilfer had an amazing defense when he was with the Ravens, and he wasn't the brightest guy out there, right? I think Wonderlic score of 22, and he still won, but the defense carried the load. So maybe like a guy like Lamar Jackson. I've had debates about this thing, like, would he be able to win? Well, they have a good running game this year. And if their defense is solid and Lamar Jackson has the ability to deceive receivers, I believe he can do it when he's very young, if at all possible. Down the road, I think it's going to be much more difficult. You have to remember Cam Newton was very effective and wasn't the brightest, based on Wonderlic score. He won an MVP, right? As soon as he lost his ability to run and he got hurt, and also I think Cam Newton's diet changed to a vegan. I think that was part of it as well. So when you're looking at all these factors, in my opinion, a quarterback that has the ability to run, they need to do it early on, unless their defense is stacked like Trent Dilfer was blessed with, right? That's the only way that I see it. So when I see, some cards, and it looks nice, it's a 2020 National Treasures Red Jalen Hurts, Rookie Shield, NFL Nike Patch, Auto 101 BGS 8, right? Very nice looking card. That sold before the season for $26,000. So I'm just thinking, like, are there going to be a bunch of people that regret this? Not now, but like down the road, unless they're to flip it. If they flip it, okay, then, that's fine, because Jalen Hurts' value, a lot of people have been surprised on how he's played. A lot of people didn't expect the Eagles to be 8-0. Let's be real. There's a nice card from him in college, a 2020 Jalen Hurts Flawless Gold Patch Auto RPA number 25, rookie card, population 1. It sold for $10,000 last month. So I'm just looking at it and I'm like, hey, when I see this, and I think I saw this one post by this one young lady, and she had I'll maybe show it here. And when you have posts like this, I'm thinking like, is the Jalen Hurts hype train, has it gone off the rails? Because I think that he could probably do well, but is he going to continue this? Probably not. And I don't believe he's going to be able to be successful as a lot of people have projected him to be. Now, he may win a title here and there, but is it going to be the way that people are pricing his cards? I don't think so. But it is what it is. A lot of people are looking for the next Brady. Someone allegedly bought a Herbert card for over $1 million. I don't know. That's just insane. I was told that one of the dudes bought it was in his 20s. So I don't know where these guys get their money, but it is what it is, guys. But anyways, let me know what you think. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.